ロープウェイの運行中はお静かにお願いいたします。
本日はUsu山ロープウェイをご利用いただき誠にありがとうございます。このロープウェイはUsu山頂駅までの1370メートルをおよそ6分間で結んでいます。途中揺れる場合もございますのでお気をつけください。
Welcome aboard the Usu-zan Ropeway. The journey to Usu Sancho Station will take approximately 6 minutes. Please be careful as the gondola may sway along the way.
有珠山は北海道南西部の四国東や国立公園に位置します。
Mount Usu is located in the Shikotsu-Toya National Park in the southwestern part of Hokkaido.
7000年前の大爆発で外輪山を形成した有珠山が1663年に再び活動を始め、過去100年間では4度の噴火を経験しています。
A large eruption of Mount Usu 7,000 years ago led to the formation of the Soma. Volcanic activity started again in 1663, and there have been 4 eruptions over the past 100 years.
有珠山周辺は豊かな温泉源に恵まれ、山麓には日本を代表する洞爺湖温泉街があり、火山を観光に生かした地域となっています。
The area surrounding Mount Usu has many hot springs. At the foot of the volcano is the Lake Tōya Hot Spring Resort, one of Japan's most popular, where the volcano is fully used to promote tourism.
臼山頂駅右手にあります洞爺湖展望台からは昭和新山や洞爺湖を望むことができます。
The Lake Tōya Observatory, to the right of Usu Sancho Station, commands panoramic views of Mount Shōwa-shinzan and Lake Tōya.
カルデラ湖としては国内3番目の大きさを誇る洞爺湖は周囲およそ 43km で中央に浮かぶ大小4つの島には野生のエゾシカやエゾリスが生息しています。
Lake Tōya, the nation's third largest caldera lake, has a circumference of 43 kilometers. Ezoshika deer and red squirrels make their habitat on the 4 large and small islands in the middle of the lake.
臼山頂駅から左手へ300メートル、歩いて7分ほどのところにある臼花崗岩展望台からは小臼、Usu-shinzan、そして銀沼大火口を望むことができます。
The Mount Usu Observatory, which is located 300 meters, or an approximately 7-minute walk to the left of Usu Sancho Station, offers sweeping views of Ko-Usu, Usu-shinzan, and the Ginuma Great Crater.
臼花崗岩展望台から先の外輪山遊歩道は600段の階段を要し、往復1時間40分ほどのコースとなっています。
If you proceed from the Mount Usu Observatory further to the Usu Caldera Rim Walking Trail, you will climb the 600 steps along the trail. It will take approximately 1 hour and 40 minutes to go there and return.
遊歩道の途中には大噴火の生々しい傷跡も見られます。
Raw scars from large eruptions can be seen along the walking trail.
臼外輪山展望台からは一層迫力のある臼山の魅力に触れることができます。
Looking down from the Usu Caldera Rim Trail Observatory, visitors will see how attractive the powerful Mount Usu is.
また、洞爺湖と噴火湾の大パノラマを満喫できるビューポイントともなっております。
This is also where visitors can enjoy the panoramic views of Lake Tōya and Funka Bay.
臼 ホーム進入の際は揺れる恐れがありますのでお気をつけください。ロープウェイは15分おきに運行しております。
Please be careful, as the gondola may sway as we approach the platform. The ropeway runs every 15 minutes.
なお山頂ではなお乗車券は改札口でお見せくださいませ。
The ropeway will soon depart. Passengers, please proceed to the ticket gate. Thank you. Please show your ropeway ticket to our staff at the ticket gate.
こんにちは。こんにちは。こんにちは。 beautiful up here. Wow. Hokkaido. That's actually on the crater floor of Mount Usu. We'll see. I'll walk to the other rim. See how far I make it. It's a nice day, so I figured I'd do the walk. More stairs. That's one of the beauties of coming to Japan on a vacation, is if you're somewhat out of shape and not feeling too good, you get a lot of walking and exercise in with all the steps. I mean, sure, you can take the train, stay next to the train stations. Most people do. In their first trip to Japan, they stay kind of in Tokyo and Kyoto. But if you start coming to Japan more often, you'll find you kind of reach some of the best spots outside of the main areas most people go to. So this is absolutely beautiful view. That is Mount gosh, I always forget the name of it. Komagatake. It's across the peninsula, all the way across this bay that I took coming around here. And then straight across you can see the stratovolcano shape. And then straight in that direction, if you can see the windmills, on the back side of that is Lake Tōya, the big caldera lake where I just came from, the onsen, Nobori Betsu onsen. So now I'm just not too far. I think it's about 35 kilometers to Mount Usu, which is another caldera volcano over here. Pretty close to each other. I'm gonna keep walking. It's not too far of a walk, but it's just all the stairs. So out of Hakodate, I rented a car for a couple days. It's kind of a long drive around the peninsula, but I think the car rental was like about 16,800 yen. Taking the expressway, which is much faster from Hakodate to Nobori Betsu Onsen, I think was around 4,800 yen. So probably about the equivalent of maybe like $32 American for the expressway. And then, you know, most parking you're going to pay for by the hotels. This is an absolute beautiful view here. Sorry, I just snapped some pictures. Another pretty amazing view of this whole area. Mount Komagatake in the background. I'm hiking that tomorrow, maybe. Geological survey equipment. Watching the volcano with infrared, radar, Doppler. Okay, so I thought I'd do a quick review of how I got over to Mount Usu or Usu-zan from Noboribetsu. So just quickly here in Google Maps, I just put the directions from Noboribetsu Onsen over to Mount Usu. So it's roughly about, I don't know, probably about an hour to get there, not too far of a drive. I didn't stop in any of these towns. Come to think of it, I should have stopped over here. But I didn't, probably to my fault. I was in a hurry. I wanted to spend more time on the mountain and just wasn't sure in totality about what was in the area or hiking the area. So I left here, I think it was around 10 in the morning. I got up early, did the Noboribetsu Onsen area, and then kind of drove around to Lake Tōya, as you saw in the video. And then it took about an hour, headed over to Mount Usu. I want to say I got there, arrived around 10:45, 11, and then was there for roughly, gosh, I want to say probably 3.5 hours from the just riding, waiting on the ropeway, riding that up, doing the hike and back, and then spending some time at the top, just kind of hanging out, relaxing a little bit, having some coffee, and then heading back down and looking at some of the gift shops. There's some pretty cool gift shops that I'll cover here in a minute that sell Ainu type wood carvings. That's pretty interesting stuff. There is a lot more in the area that I didn't initially see, but I didn't see it until I actually started digging into Google Earth. So just switching over here quickly to Google Earth, I will zero into the area a little bit more. And again, so I kind of drove this little road up here to, which takes you into the parking lot here. So I kind of looped around, got into the parking lot here. And then once you pull in the parking lot, there's you have to pay for parking here. There is some, as you can see, there's some big like bus areas here where buses pull into. Overall, there's a ton of parking in here because I'm guessing at some point this gets pretty crowded with folks just pulling in to kind of ride the ropeway up and see the sights, etc. So I pulled in here. They directed me to park. I think I paid maybe it was 500 yen. I think it might have been a little less. Pretty cool little area here. You know, once you get in here, you have this. So immediately once you get in here to this parking area, you have the, if I can pronounce it correctly, it's the, let me just make sure I'm right here. The Shōwa-shinzan lava dome. So, you know, from the picture or from Google Earth comparatively, you know, if you're looking at Mount Usu, it looks pretty small, like a pretty small little dome. But you know, down here in the parking lot, as soon as you get here, it's actually fairly big. So this lava dome grew. I don't know the exact details, and I apologize for that. I should know. I'll put the link to Wikipedia in there where you can get a little bit more detail. But this lava dome grew over the course of, I think it was like 10 years. It grew pretty quickly. This was all farmland previously, and so there's a statue out here, and then I also have a picture of at the end of the video, which is basically a farmer turned kind of cartographer that kind of took it upon himself to monitor and document the growth of the lava dome here. And so they give him a lot of credit for actually doing that. And so that's where that statue is of him. So zooming out a little bit, the other thing I didn't go to or even see because I was just interested in doing the hike and getting up to the mountain was the bear wrench they have here. So that's something if you have kids or you know you're just interested in seeing bears, you can kind of go out to see. So I didn't do that. For my purposes, I was here to see the mountain and do the hike. So from the parking lot area, and what you'll see in the pictures was that, you know, I came in from this area, walked over to here, and then the ropeway starts. You can kind of see the wires there. The ropeway starts right around here, and so that takes you all the way up to. Let me zoom out. My computer's lagging up on me. Okay, there we go. Takes you all the way up to this observation point right here. And there's a very nice observation deck right here. And so this little terrace area, it's extremely nice area. And then once you get up there, you have this magnificent view of the lava dome there, and then over here to Lake Tōya, and then a little bit of Nakajima, which is the island in the middle of Lake Tōya. Now, where I was at when I first arrived, there was a cloud cover there, so at that point, I couldn't really see Mount Yotei, which is a little off to the northwest there. So after I started my hike, though, I did get some pictures of Yotei. As I was on the rim, the southwestern rim. So once I started my hike, let me zero out here and then kind of twist this Google Earth image a little bit. You can walk up to the stairs. It's pretty, you know, it's kind of like a paved walkway that brings you over to this observatory area. And I mean, this is kind of an easy walk. It's obviously a lot of stairs to get up here, but it's nothing that, that's really out of the realm of possibility for a lot of folks. But once you get up here, you do have a pretty nice view of the crater area, and then you also have this entire view out to the bay, the Uchiura Bay, which also gives you kind of some other views of the area as well. So out here this is Hokkaido Komagatake, which was the volcano I hiked the very next day after this one. So from here, I walked all the way down this wooden set of stairs. It's part wooden, part gravel, but it takes you all the way down into the crater, and then takes you back up. You have to go up another set of stairs, back up on the crater rim, and so that takes you all the way around to this other observation area here, which you can get great views from. Now this is where there's a restroom at, so there is a place to use the restroom if you need to, and there's also a volcano monitoring station right there. I did go a little bit further, and I came all the way out to the Minami lookout point, which is right here. So when you're here, you also get just magnificent views of the Usu crater, and then also from this side you'll see that I also have some amazing views of Mount Yotei in the background, and also Toyako, or Lake Tōya. So from here, that's really it for the hike. That's all I did, but this was one of the most amazing hikes that I had. The weather was beautiful. It was perfect. Going to All Trails, if you're a person that plans to use All Trails only has one hiking path designated here. It's the Usu Outer Rim Trail. I don't know of any other trails there that I saw. I wasn't really using All Trails at the time, but if you're using All Trails, it's about a 4.8 kilometer hike once you get up the Ropeway all the way out to that Minami observation point. And then I think you might be able to walk down the backside, but this is the only recorded trail for what was on All Trails. Maybe there's another trail map that shows other trails in the area. There are other trails out of here, like if you spend more time in the Toyako area and go out to Nakajima Island, then there's a island loop out here. There's a few other trails out here. There's a Toyako ropeway over here. There's several other trails in the area. You can do the Toyako Onsen loop. There's another loop that goes around this whole lakes, the all of Lake Toyako. So there's quite a bit to do in the area. Again, I just in the interest of time and schedule and some of the other volcanoes I was planning to hit, I just went from Nobori-betu Onsen to Mount Usu and did this. And this again was one of my best days thus far. At this point in my venture, I had only hit at this point kind of Mount Eisan, which was in that southeast corner of Hakodate, and then from there I went up to Nobori-betu Onsen and hit that area along with Lake Kutara. So at this point, this was really my third volcano I hit. So kind of learning as I go again what I need as far as gear, and just working with the weather conditions and just kind of understand the timing of when I need to get to everything and how to arrive, and just kind of figuring everything out. This again was also the first time I had been driving in mainland Japan before. I mean, I've driven in Okinawa plenty of times, but just figuring out the expressway and how that whole thing works. But so again, this was one of my greatest days thus far hiking. It was the weather was gorgeous. Again, just kind of flipping back to Google Earth here. If my computer is not locked up and I can spin it around. Once you're on this rim, looking any direction, you get just some amazing views of the area. I mean, I was just in awe, and just the sun was warm. Even though it was cold outside, the sun was just really warm and nice to feel on your skin up this high, and at this point in my time over in Japan. So really good hike, well worth it, easy trail. Definitely very cardio intensive going up and down the stairs, but also very nice and easy once you get back on the crater rim. And then plenty of refreshments and place to stop and use the bathroom too. So this is something anybody can do. Really, that's it. I mean, again, you'll probably need a car to access this area, unless you take a train and stop at one of the stop at the JR station Nagawa here. I'm sure you can stop there, or even the Usu JR station. Either one, I'm sure there's bus routes. I didn't take that, so I'm not exactly sure of the bus routes, but either one you can probably take it. Taxi for sure, there's always taxis there. They'll obviously cost you a lot more money, but normally a place such as Usu with a bear ranch and a lot of sightseeing and stuff, there definitely has to be bus options to travel there and get there. But anyway, hope you enjoyed overall just this video and kind of the overview of the area and what some of the stuff that's available to you. Just one more thing before I cut the video is there are some really nice souvenir shops down in this area. I'll just flip quickly back to Google Earth. I was able to get some really cool wood carvings, which I hadn't done before. Again, this was my first trip to Hokkaido, but I want to say it was this shop that I visited on the corner here. The lady who actually owns it, she does a lot of wood carvings herself, but she does also acquire a lot of wood carvings from local Ainu people as well, that are very authentic. So I was able to pick up some pretty cool stuff there. I would say if you have a chance, definitely support the businesses here and stop by and get some local Ainu cultural gifts, or something else from the area, from the locale. But again, hope you enjoyed the video. Just kind of an overview of the area and some of the things to do. It's a beautiful area. I went in October, so for anybody, I mean, it's a beautiful time of year. There's a lot of the colors changing in the trees. It's just overall, it's a beautiful place. From here, once I was finished, I drove over to Toyako area. So I was over here and I just drove down. It was a short drive down into the Lake Toyako Onsen area, which is where I stayed at. And so actually I stayed, kind of zooming in here just a little bit more to give you an idea. I stayed at a smaller hotel. It was I want to say it was probably hidden a little bit more over here on the other side. I was right here. So just to kind of give you an idea of where I was staying at, was this hotel. I can't really think of the name right now. Maybe it'll show me here on Google Maps, but I'll post more about it in the next video, where I actually show some of my video from Lake Toyako and kind of the room and view out here to Nakajima. So stay tuned for that one.